Hi everybody, welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. This video is a litter picker's guide to the galaxy. So we've filmed lots of little bits of lots of things that we've found on the beach over a period of time, and we've joined them all together to show you just a cross section of the kind of stuff that is picked up on a beach. Rope, rubbish, plastic, wire. Can you see the threads on that one? Here's some rope off fishing boats that's got tangled around the groin structure. A bit more here. Not quite sure what that is. Plastic, paper, something or other. So these are all things that have been spotted over pretty much Cleveland's beach during the summer of 2020. So we've had some reasonable winds, but it's not been bad. It's not been too bad at all. So here you'll see an idea of the kind of things that we find. A lot of what washes up is just random unidentified rubbish. Obviously that's a Bounty chocolate wrapper. Things like this plastic bag that you've got absolutely no idea what they are. But that, ginger paste, where on earth does that come from? Other than off a ship. Or somebody's dropped it when they've been in a cafe or something near to the beach. And here's some more rope and string. And you can see how easy it would be for wildlife to get tangled in it, and it's just endless. I don't know what that is. I think that's the top of the thermos flask, actually, thinking about it. But you can see all the little bits of plastic that get washed up. There's some more balloon ribbon here. I'm going to have to pick that up. I just can't walk past it. I just can't. It can't be done. And while I'm picking that up, I'll pick this string up. So when you're out on the beach, if you see anything like that, even if it's got bits of seaweed knotted into it, just pick it up and just pop it in the nearest litter bin. There's one right there, which is where I'm going next. The tide's coming in right now, but I'm just walking along the strandline from a previous tide, and this is typical. Well, actually, this is good for what washes up after windy weather like the weather that we've had in the last few weeks. There's can't quite tell what it is there, and a bottle top next to it. It's one of those little carton things that you get sauce in, or Nutella spread, or that sort of stuff. But there's always loads of little bits. And it's the little bits that are the problem. Obviously they start off as big bits and they break up as they're in the water. But look at these plastic cups. Now, somebody's obviously been using them possibly on the seafront, possibly a bit further inland, but because we're so close to the coast, if you dropped litter inland, there's a very good chance that your litter is going to blow and it's going to end up in the sea, and that's where a lot of the pollution comes from. Because take Cleveland's for example. Cleveland's is a very clean place. People are generally respectful, and most people generally will use the bin. Not to pick that up, just seeing a nice shell. People will generally use a bin, but a lot of the rubbish that does wash up, it comes to us from elsewhere. So it comes from ships, it comes from inland, it comes from litter bins that people that operate commercial premises are not looking after properly and maintaining properly. We've just walked through Cleveland's this morning, and there are bags of waste sat at the side of an alley and easily that stuff can blow and end up in the sea. So you just need to be careful. And the stuff that washes up, honestly, it's endless, and it is interesting looking to see what comes up. So if you want to join a beach clean, join Russell Beach Residents and Community Group if you're up the Cleveland's end, and you can come out when things are a bit more back to normal. You can come out and get the satisfaction of keeping the beaches clean. That's one sight that you perhaps shouldn't be seeing. That's a collie dog carrying a plastic bottle around. So on the strand line today we've got bottle tops, random little bits of plastic. It's not too bad actually, given the fact it's been as windy as it's been. That's another bottle top, and that's another bit of indistinguishable blue plastic there. Bit of balloon ribbon. Another piece of plastic. That's the foil off a packet. What else have we got today? Another little bit of fishing wire. Another little plastic tag. Let's see what else there is. Oh, that's a coat hanger. Let's have that out and show you. There you go, coat hanger. Now what on earth is a coat hanger doing on the beach? That's obviously being dropped somewhere in a town centre and landed. Asda ready salted crisps. Now then, let's have a look and see if there's a sell by date on this bag. Oh, November 2020 even. Oh, that might have been 1843 or something. Polystyrene cup, little plastic tub. That looks like one of those sampling jobbies. Oh, that little white stick is a cotton bud stick. You might have registered that recently. Barcode. You might have registered that recently cotton buds are mostly now made with paper sticks because of all the evidence that's been collected off beaches like this one. And that's why, because they come out in the sewage outflows and then they end up on beaches. I'll tell you what that is. I think that's the bottom of a balloon. You know, when they fasten it onto a piece of string, when they tie the end off. That looks like a Mars bar wrapper. Plastic bottle. Another bit of plastic. Another bit of plastic. Take your pick of the plastic. Now that's a good example. This plastic bag has been in the sea for so long that it's actually got barnacles growing on it. You see litter growing on all kinds of different things. We once pulled a plastic bottle out that had got goose barnacles growing on it. It had been there that long. And that's a transparent plastic bag. And the problem with things like that is that when they're in the water, they look like jellyfish. Oh, that is. They look like jellyfish. That looks like, actually, that little white thing. One of those plastic fragrancy smelly things that you put in your toilet to make your water blow. Oh God, some more balloon ribbon. It's a nightmare, things like that. It tangles round birds' legs, the beaks, round animals, and then they die, they starve to death. A bit more plastic, it just blends in. Just blends into the beach. Another top bottle. Another pop bottle. In fact, that's a soda water bottle. Do you really buy soda water and take it on a beach? Here's a lid. So if somebody's lost the lid, you know where it is. It's on the beach. Would you like to come and collect it? A bit more twine. Plastic straw. In fact, that looks like one of those plastic straws that you buy with sherbet in. So all we're doing here is just literally walking along the strand line, and it's, you know, there's nothing rigged, there's nothing planted. It's a lot cleaner than it normally is. We've got lone beach cleaners coming out all the time picking stuff up off this stretch of beach, which is why it's as clean as it is. I mean, this is really good. You know, I'm pointing things out, but this is really good. Goodness knows what that is. It looks like it's been a plastic box at some time. Another pop bottle. But it just shows you that plastic is all around, and obviously now that plastic bag and a cup, now that coronavirus is among us, people are using more plastics and more disposable products. So the problem is getting worse. And as we walk up the beach, you can see there's another strand line from a previous high tide. And there'll be other litter deposited at each one of these lines as you walk up the beach. There's some plastic there. I just passed it. Oh, that's an ice pop bag. So you can imagine how much there is floating about in the sea. So since most of these examples of beach rubbish have been filmed at Russell Beach, I thought we'd just close off with a little, well, obvious statement. Plastic bottles, cigarette ends, another cigarette end. None of these have been put here. I've just literally walked up to them, and this is the all-time pain in the neck trick. This is a bag of dog muck that somebody's left on the wall, and that is a bin. That goes in there. Please don't put your litter on the floor, on the wall. Sound like your mother, don't I? Or Tufty, if you can remember Tufty. This is a litter bin. If you've got any litter and you're anywhere near the coast, well, anywhere as far as that goes, please put your litter in the litter bin, and then it'll keep our beautiful environment nice and clean and tidy, and it'll look just as nice when you scrutinise it close up as it does at a distance. So don't forget, share this video, tell all your friends, and subscribe to Visit Fylde Coast. You have a lovely day now.